the biggest kicker of this is like all of these other campaigns would have looked fucking stupid, and I'm sorry for my language.
No, you good.
I apologize.
Oh
Good.
no,
Um,
go ahead. Swear all you
all
want.
of these other mayoral campaigns would have looked dumb if Dianne's campaign would have been able to unionize and successfully sign even a small contract, because they have been sitting on war chests for almost a year now, and they themselves, with all of their labor endorsements, have not unionized their campaigns. And the reason why we did it was not malicious. We wanted to protect our people.
That's right.
We weren't even asking for health care, even though trauma had been done on this campaign and harm had been caused. We were asking for things that were in Brad Lander's citywide contract that he's running on for comptroller. So none of these things we believed were illegal. We know that Dianne's that her legal counsel and the statement that she came out with was suggesting that things that we had been asking for were illegal. We asked her and her counsel to let us know what they were talking about, what they were referencing to as illegal was. And then we asked them to create a counter proposal, and that we were not ready to meet with their legal counsel because we had not secured legal counsel of our own, but we were willing to set up a mediator, someone who has incredibly good faith, who is an attorney who actually vouched for Dianne for the WFP endorsement. So we were trying to move these conversations forward, and what we have been getting hit with, unfortunately, is spin and messaging from someone who has a huge platform compared to the 45 plus workers and union members that she fired just yesterday. So if she did not know that her firing of our union leaders on the 27th of May was union busting, I don't know what the hell you call this anymore. And all we simply want is just to be paid out to our contracts, because when we received our letters saying that we were fired, that we were no longer employed, and that the 9th was our last day of payment in our contracts, it states that either side needs 2 weeks notice. And this is not 2 weeks notice. So she is not living up to her contract. We have actually, as of recently, filed a board complaint with the NLRB. And we hope, our hope is Dianne will choose to do the right thing and not hide behind fear, and not hide behind ego, and not hide behind the fact that this campaign is about her, because it was never about her. This campaign was about all of us. And as a white man in this campaign, I will once again step back to the directly impacted communities that this campaign represented and represents in the policy. And I will give space to people like Larry and people like T.S. Candy and people like Tanisha to continue this conversation, because they are the true people that we all have been fighting for.
Well, T.S. Candy's face expressions while you were just saying that last part were kind of cracking me up.
Dan, I appreciate you too, because you DM me and you were once again truthful and honest the whole time from the day I met you back in March. And I appreciate everything you just shared with us.
Yes, I do.
There's only one thing left for me to do. And that is to right now, I rescind my endorsement of Dianne Morales. I can't. There's no way I'm going to sleep tonight with my comrades here going through all this distress. There is no way. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry again, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been talking to her. I was texting her for the last 48 hours, and I told her, I said, I'm not going to pull my endorsement, because I'm like, that's just not, I'm not going to do it. I'm still going to bring on these workers, these staffers, these organizers. She didn't want me to do it. What she wanted me to bring on just the staff, not the organizers, not Tanisha, not TS Candy. I said, I'm going to do it anyway. And I said, I won't pull my endorsement though. But there's no way that I can stand here and listen to my comrades, my brothers and sisters. There's no way. I have to rescind my endorsement. I will let her know once this is wrapped up. I will do the right thing. Send her a message, say, hey, look, I can't do that. There's no way. I'm with the people.
This is what your work is built on, Chris. This
Yeah.
is what your work is literally built on. And the fact that she's been up your ass for the last 48 hours because the video that you did before you knew everything that you knew, and they was using words like sabotage or whatever, she was sending that around to everyone. And I want to point out something that Dan didn't say. First of all, me and Dan have been in conversation for a long time because of the work that I was doing and what I was bringing to the table without getting paid. Am I right, Dan? Am I right?
You're damn right.
That's first of all. Second of all, the platform she ran on to uplift, to power to the people, she didn't want to give the people the power. She wanted to keep all the power for herself. And the platform she ran on, people power, she underestimated. That's why, but in the back of her head, she know how powerful Tanisha Grant and T.S. Candy is out here. She understands that the people believe in us because we are for the people, because we take care of the people every day. Unlike Dianne in her cushy brownstone in Brooklyn with her family that I ain't never had. Okay? With her white passing children. Don't make me go off because Chris, listen, in another day it would be a street fight because what she did,
I know.
What she did was mistreat my people, and I will not have that. I will not have that. And if she thought that I wasn't going to stand up and speak for my people, she was out of her mind. And that's what she was banking on. She was banking on us to be politically correct. That is racist. That is why we are where we are now. I will never be politically correct. That's why I will never be a politician. Because I will always stand for my people. And she tried to serve us up like a dish.
Yeah, I can't imagine, Chris. We would like the idea that we would just be like, oh no, we're not gonna have the organizers on. Like that's like the whole point.
I'm telling you, I was torn. I'm like, what is going on? But every day,
like me and Chris ain't been in the streets together. Like we ain't been in DC at Jeff Bezos' house with the gauntlet.
Right. I was like,
I'm connected to everyone, but she didn't know. And I keep saying, when you connected to the people, when you have power and you're broke, your power don't come from money.
State unemployment. I'm right with y'all.
From the people in your community, because the people in your community know you will die for them. Know that you will give them your last dollar. That's something special, baby. And I will always be that person in my community.
Right. And yeah, this is, it's a terrible situation, but this is a beautiful conversation right here. This needed to happen, and this needed to be heard. I'm so glad that you all agreed to join us and share your stories and share your energy.
It's hard too because it's so enraging and also like heartbreaking. Just listening to I Am Queens, like just what you went through,
but he needed to do that.
I appreciate y'all because I feel like what nobody knows is I'm still going through this right now.
Right. That's what I
feel like I'm such a strong person, and it's hard for me to see that in myself. But I've been fighting for housing alone, and I still have, and I know that I have T.S. Candy and Tunisia now, and I'm so grateful for both of y'all, and I'm grateful for Dan, I'm grateful for Chris, I'm grateful for all y'all. But I want y'all to know that my story is just one out of thousands. Like there's thousands of kids right now that are in the streets, and what I want to let y'all know is that it's 67% of homeless youth right now in New York City, all across the 5 boroughs.
No, and that's the thing that
no politician is speaking about this, and what hurts me the most is nobody knows this, but I live in a homeless shelter in Chelsea, 202 West 24th Street. I don't care leaking my address because I want people to pull up so they can see how we're getting treated. New York City spends over $3 billion on homeless shelters, covenant homes, group homes, children's centers, and orphanages, whatever, you know what I mean? And homeless youth programs like 131s or whatever, right? $3 billion when, excuse me, oh, my light came off, but $3 billion, right? They can invest that $3 billion for affordable housing, not just for some, but for all. Because the affordable housing that's out right now is gentrification. White folks are taking all of that affordable housing right now. And I'm talking about, you have young folks like me that can't even get accepted for Section 8. Why? Because I'm a single man household. I am not a pregnant woman. I don't have no children right now. Don't have no type of mental illness of like schizophrenia or any type of medical conditions. So guess what? I don't get accepted for Section 8 because I'm not even an elderly person. I'm not even somebody like in their 50s or 60s. And public housing, the list is so long. So I'm just so grateful to share my story with each and every one of y'all. And the only thing I could just tell y'all is just to continue to be a voice, not just for me, but for the voiceless, because there's thousands of foster care kids right now that need a home, that have been abandoned. And, you know, we're in shelters, we're homeless, we have no mutual aid access. And, you know, in my community now where I live at in my homeless shelter, I actually just helped out with somebody recently to create a community fridge because there's no churches around, there's no nothing. And it's just like, it's sad because it's like, a lot of people feel that homelessness cannot go into youth. There are young people right now that have nowhere to go that are sleeping on the Brooklyn Bridge because I slept with them before.
It's not, it's talked about almost like it's just like people who are mentally ill or addicts or people who are veterans. That's how it's always discussed. And it's just, it's so enraging, especially because the city is so wealthy. It's just like beyond enraging. Like I get so mad. Oh my gosh, I'm like getting like enraged. Like my blood pressure's going up.
118, you know, we all got statistics. There's 118 billionaires that live in the state of New York.
Yes. Not only
there
that, but the
enough vacant apartments in New York City to house every homeless person.
No, but here is the thing that's also really enraging is that the quote unquote affordable housing, you have to make like $85,000 to even get into.
It's not affordable. You either make too much or you make too little.
Yes.
It's not affordable. Listen, I give babies laptops, black and brown babies, laptops that the DOE will never, ever give to them. Not one politician has donated to my fundraiser. Not one politician has came and said, here's $10,000, get more laptops. But HP came to me. But not none of these politicians that work in this city that make six figures in this city, Chris, have tried to help me in our laptop initiative. What does that tell you about how much they care about the babies, the black and brown babies, the foster babies? Because we know the foster babies are black and brown babies.
I think that that's one of the things that's so like really insanely enraging and also just like crazy making is that this city is run on every level of by Democrats. By these supposed liberals who care about, they're the ones who have the signs that say Black Lives Matter in their fucking windows, that say Trans Lives Matter in their fucking windows. This city is completely run and operated by liberals and Democrats. And yet this is the kind of shit we still get. They wouldn't even get the New York Health Act out of committee. It was shot down again today. And it's just the idea that people are living in homeless shelters, like I am Queens living in a homeless shelter, cannot get healthcare, cannot get affordable housing. It's just so fucking unacceptable. And it really just breaks my heart that Dianne was working with you, that you were working on her campaign and that she made promises to you and didn't fulfill those promises.
Not even just to me, to I think everybody, because you know I have a friend who I won't name her name. She was on the Queens team with me, and she was an undocumented immigrant. And you know, like her mom works at a laundromat, and her mom doesn't even make that much. She was on Dianne's campaign because she was helping pay mommy's rent, and it was like when we didn't get paid on the campaign, and we had to fight to get paid. We had to get on administration on the campaign, press people to get our paychecks, which we shouldn't have to do. And we got people. And
and aggressive because you was trying to get your money. And you ain't even gotta say this. I'll say it. Whitney Hugh is not coming up smelling like roses because she was one of them that was calling the workers fucking militant and aggressive. So all of that they wrote in political lies. Lies. She caused harm too.